The IRGC released a video called Sinking of the Pharaoh, called the U.S. draped flag and coffins floating at sea. Iran. What did they hire Pakistan's PR guys? Oh my god, this is so sad. It is so sad they're doing this. Oh my... Oh no, it's AI? No way, guys. Is it AI? No, they even did another one. Let me show you this. This is what's so crazy, is that they've been doing this even more. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, I saw this too, by the way. Allah issued a ruling on Squidward tentacles because of his blasphemy, and ordered his angels to create an anti-squid device by an engineer in Bikini Bottom to use to punish him by pain of death for crushing of his bones. Squidward won't talk anymore evil about Allah. Yep. That's what they're doing over there. You believe that? Oh my god, that's gotta be AI? No, it's a cartoon, guys. It can't be AI. The jail should be called Asmongold's lair. I like the sound of that. And yes, all 800 people that Trump claimed the Iranian regime would stop executing were quietly executed 1 week ago. Wow. So, are you telling me that the thing that everybody thought would happen, happened? And then here we go. Tehran rejects Trump's 24-hour deadline? Man. They rejected the deadline. Man. I think that might be a mistake. Yeah, talk about finding out. Yeah, all right, guys. All right. You know, you want to go and fuck around and do all this? It's, behind-the-scenes talks between Iran and the U.S. have reached a complete deadlock. Tehran is rejecting any deal. The Washington Times reports Washington is demanding a permanent end to uranium enrichment, limits on ballistic missiles, and an end to support. No, you've got to get rid of them. You've got to get rid of them, kill all the people in leadership, and replace them. Like, these people at this point are totally untrustworthy, and you can't deal with it. I mean, like, we don't spend $1 trillion on the military. We didn't build these boats for nothing. We didn't build this bomb for nothing. Do we spend billions of dollars on bombs not to use them? What are we doing? Really? I mean, what was the point? Why we even build them if this is going to happen? So anyway, what is this? Oh, I find it. And, oh no, this is just, okay, God willing, we will get to witness this scene very soon. It's an Iranian cruise missile. This footage is from War Thunder. Man. Can you, I mean, this is so pathetic. It is so fucking pathetic. Oh my god. They're sitting around here posting out AI videos to try to act like they're winning. This is embarrassing. Oh my fucking god.
We have 30 to 40,000 American troops stationed across 8 or 9 facilities in that region. All are within the reach. Theoretically, not theoretically, in reality, all are within the reach of an array of thousands of Iranian one-way UAVs and Iranian short-term ballistic missiles, so short-range ballistic missiles that threaten our troop presence. We have to have enough force and power in the region, just on a baseline, to defend against that possibility. That at some point, as a result of something, the Iranian regime decides to strike at our troop presence in the region. The president always reserves the preemptive defensive option. In essence, if we have indications that, in fact, they're going to attack our troops in the region, to defend our personnel in the region. We also have security agreements, the Defense of Israel Plan and others, that require us to have a force posture in the region to defend against that.
So it looks like they got, they're going to be fighting back. I feel like there is just it is only a matter of time until it happens. Honestly, I thought it was going to happen last week. And now that they have everything in there, I'll watch this in a minute. It does seem like very clearly they are going to go and bomb them. It just hasn't happened yet.
This morning, it's all eyes on Iran and America's next moves. Moments ago, literally, the president posting a quote, in part, a massive armada is heading to Iran. It is moving quickly with greater power. Hopefully, Iran will quickly come to the table and negotiate a fair and equitable deal. No nuclear weapons, one that is good for all parties. Time is still running out. This comes as just hours before Secretary of State Marco Rubio is set to testify before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee about the administration's military actions in Venezuela, as doubts are being raised about Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez's cooperation with the U.S. Reuters reporting, quote, it was not clear if she is fully on board with the U.S. strategy in her country in a speech on Sunday. Rodriguez.
They're really going to use basically her speech. Didn't Trump say that, like, you know, they're working with this person privately? But like, I wonder why they do this? Because I think them doing this makes things it creates more chaos. It does.
She has had enough of U.S. intervention. Still, U.S. officials have also held positive calls with her in recent days. Here to discuss it, Pennsylvania Senator and member of the Foreign Relations Committee in the Energy and Natural Resources Committee, Dave McCormick. Senator, thank you for being here today.
Morning.
Obviously, we're just getting this breaking news about this, as President Trump calls it, an armada moving towards Iran, and talking about the fact that in his tweet, he says that he wanted to come to a deal the last time. Then you got Operation Midnight Hammer. Be smart about it. This clearly will be front and center in your committee today. Your reaction?
Well, I think we're in an extraordinary moment. I think what's happening is that the Iranian regime is showing itself to be bankrupt. We have these enormous protests. It's an economic failure. The attacks by Israel and the United States on its capabilities, on its nuclear weapons, has left.
Some of the death toll numbers are between 35 and 40,000 people right now. It's just been going up.
Obviously, shown it to be the weak tiger that it is, and we need to have a change here. And what President Trump is doing, I think, is putting that pressure on. He's saying that we stand with the Iranian people, and hoping that we can have a peaceful transition.
There's
where
no way.
The Ayatollahs will step out and let the people of Iran choose their destiny. And I think
I will be shocked.
This is a real show of leadership. And it didn't happen under previous administrations, didn't happen under Obama, didn't happen under President Biden.
Shocked.
It's happening under President Trump. And I think we have an opportunity for historical change.
Senator, many of your colleagues have moved to halt further action in Venezuela militarily. Now you have this armada announcement by President Trump and Iran. Do you anticipate that much of the discussion in the hearing today will be about trying to limit the scope of what President Trump may or may not do?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's just going to get even more. Well, let me see if I pull any more of this here. Iran protest. And they've had only a few videos now, because like for a while I was going in and showing this regularly, but now it's just like many thousands confirmed kills. I don't even know if I can show this. This is BBC News, so I guess maybe I can, but I'll show this here.
Welcome back. President Trump says he hopes Iran will, in his words, make a deal as the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier strike group moves closer to that country. The group's movements come after the president repeatedly warned Tehran against killing peaceful demonstrators. But activists say thousands of people were killed during the regime's crackdown.
Well, they already killed the people they were going to execute. They just didn't execute them publicly. That's the only difference.
Communication lines have been cut by the government, but now one man inside the country has spoken to our Ramy Inocencio about what he saw. You see here, Ramy joining us from Copenhagen. Good morning, Ramy. What did this man reveal to you?
Errol, good morning. Well, first off, he told me I could call him Kaveh. That is not his real name, but in Persian, it means bravery. And he said that with the U.S. now in the waters of the Middle East, he wants American help. He said that President Trump should provide air support to, in his words, take out the entire leadership of this regime to their own ideological paradise in a lightning strike. Now, a caveat, this is only one man's opinion, right? But remember, mass protests sprang up across the country, 31 provinces, nearly 200 cities. He spoke to us about his ordeal in the city of Yazd. That's about 400 miles south of Tehran.
Me alive and my brother and sister.
Look, see, he covering his face. See, this is what it's like whenever there's actual fascism and the government's actually like a Gestapo that's killing people, is that you have to record some video and then send it to some foreign country to get your voice out there while you're covering your face so they don't find you and kill your family. That's the difference between Iran and America. I know there are some liberal white women that don't understand that, but this is what it actually looks like.
Good.
This man inside Iran,
it's a little bit different.
His face covered in fear, described to us a massacre. In the bloodiest crackdown of the Islamic Republic in nearly 50 years. In the government's brutal push to extinguish protests, he was in the middle of a throng in central Iran when forces sandwiched them, firing on them front and back.
No wonder they turned off the internet.
He survived because he was in the middle of the crowd, he said, and escaped through a side street. Now, after thousands of deaths across the country, desperation for regime change of any kind has hit
shit, I haven't even seen this one.
What do you want?
Wow.
What do you want?
All people that night come out, say Pahlavi. Just want Pahlavi, okay?
The guy,
Pahlavi is the exiled son of Iran's last Shah, installed by the U.S. in the 1950s, deposed in the Islamic Revolution of 1979.
Yep.
Do you want the U.S. government to help? Do you want President Trump to help?
Yes, please, President Trump, help us and help the world.
I've been hearing this a lot. I haven't really heard from a lot of Iranian people that don't want Trump to help. I haven't heard that really from any of them.
Help for freedom. Freedom, Iran, freedom.
Yes, they love Trump. It seems that way.
Now, our video call failed, but afterwards he texted and said that he and many of his friends and his family just want to live in freedom, like in the United States and in Europe. And he said that he wanted to welcome me.
But no, you don't understand. It's fascism here. You don't have any freedom.
To welcome everyone to Iran, not but when, he said, it becomes free.
Remarkable to hear from him, Rami.
Insane.
And what are you hearing about what's happening in the country at this moment?
Yeah, they're just killing everybody. The propaganda, CNN reported from Iran.
Another Iranian that I'm in touch with said that the crackdown is still happening, but not to the extent that we're seeing mass crackdowns like we did early on this month, but it's more targeted. For example, they're looking for people who have been wounded in the protests. For example, if people have had gunshots anywhere on their body. They're also looking for nurses and doctors if anyone's treated any of those protesters. I'm also told that while many people do hope that the U.S. does some kind of military action against the regime, there's also a fear that President Trump may try to negotiate with the clerics that would potentially still keep them in power.
That would be so horrible. I think if he did that, that would just be the worst possible outcome.
Along the lines of what's happened in Venezuela. Errol.
All right, Rami, we appreciate your reporting, joining us from Copenhagen this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. He will. Well, I don't know if he will or not. I mean, I'm saying I hope it won't happen, but I don't know. So what's the CNN propaganda that you're talking about?
Iran's leadership is sending a very strong and defiant message to the United States and specifically, of course, to the Trump administration. You could see it here on this gigantic poster on Revolution Square in central Tehran. The message on this massive poster is
more fucking Photoshop. Oh my God. This is pathetic.
If you sow the wind, you will reap the whirlwind. Obviously meaning if the United States attacks Iran, Iran will retaliate in a massive way, which could, of course, lead to a major military confrontation between the United States and Iran. And that's also something that's on the minds of many of the people that we've been speaking to here as well.
I'm not sure what to say. I think they're all collaborating with one another against the interest of the Iranian people.
I don't think Trump dares to attack. He's more bluffing.
All this, of course, comes as President Trump weighs his options on what to do next. The U.S. has pulled together a substantial military force here in this region, but the Iranians also say they've replenished their stockpiles of ballistic missiles and are ready to hit back hard anytime. Now, of course, all this comes in the wake of those large protests that happened here in Iran in the early part of January. And when you're out on the streets here, you can see that there are people who are still traumatized by what happened then.
There were a lot of people out there in the streets when I had to leave home. I don't know what to say, but the situation was very bad. Now that the internet connection is restored, we only now know that so many were killed.
Wait, the internet is back? I don't think their internet is back. Is that new? Like, I haven't seen any of that. Yeah, I don't believe that at all. What the fuck are they talking about? The internet's back. Yeah, what you're looking at is regime supporters. So what they did is they basically went and did interviews with the Iran. CNN is actually going to Iran with regime's approval, obviously talking to selected people from the regime to interview. Wait. What the fuck? Wait, so this is in Iran? I don't know how I didn't pick this up.
Iran's leadership is sending a very specifically, of course, to the training. This poster is on on this gigantic poster on Revolution Square in central Tehran.
So he's standing on the, wait. So he's standing right there showing, oh my God. I for some reason I didn't pick that up, or I didn't really put that together. So he's interviewing people, and it just so happens that everybody being interviewed is talking about that the regime is good and that Trump won't attack. Well, yeah, duh, because if they don't say that, they'd be killed. Like, what this CNN is doing this? Oh my God. CNN doesn't, Iran doesn't allow journalists? Yeah, I can see that. That's why they're in Iran. I don't even know what to say. Holy fuck, man. And they're just out there doing this. CNN spreading Islamic Republic propaganda, truly the enemy of the people. The regime picked the interviewees. What the fuck is going on? Why is CNN, why are these companies siding, these people siding with Iran's fucking, their genocidal government? It's unreal. I can't believe it. No, it's not back. Yeah, so wait, the internet in Iran isn't, wait, they're just publishing propaganda. Wow. I don't know why I'm surprised. I really don't. I don't know why I'm surprised. Obviously, that's what happens, but it's still so fucking ridiculous that it does annoy me. It makes me very, very mad. I do not like it at all.